Thanks for joining us today. Glenwood Canyon on I-70 is a 14-mile stretch of roadway parallel to the Colorado River in a narrow canyon. This section of I-70 has frequent rollover and road departure crashes throughout the year, but particularly in winter driving conditions. During a 2-week period in 2023, there were 3 semi-truck crashes in Glenwood Canyon on I-70. Each crash required the freeway to be shut down for long periods of time, as much as 24 hours. One of the problems is the limited access for wreckers to get to the site of the crash and remove the wreckage. There are many tight curves on I-70 in Glenwood Canyon. The 7 curves with the tightest curvature are illustrated here. The CDOT posted speed limit is variable, as determined by CDOT using weather forecasts and road surface conditions. On March 2nd, 2023, when we recorded this video, the road surface was clear but wet in some spots. The posted limit for all vehicles was 50 miles per hour. This video clip is located at the second left-hand turning curve and the first with a tight radius of 453 feet. RotoWare is configured to provide alerts and safe speeds for a semi-truck pulling a fully loaded dry bulk trailer. The side force that will result in the trailer rolling over is very sensitive to the midpoint of the height of the load on the trailer. Thus, a drive van with a uniform load to the top has a height of 108 inches to the midpoint of the load. The side load required to tip over the drive van is 0.35 Gs. In contrast, a flatbed with a load of rebar or drill stem has a low height of 66 inches to the center of the load. The side load required to tip over the flatbed is 0.6 Gs. The static rollover threshold just described must be adjusted for compliance effects. The amounts of these adjustments vary by the condition of the springs, the tires, and the torsional stiffness of the trailer. However, approximations can be made that will help in the calculation of the probable threshold for a trailer tip over as shown here. Please note that slosh in a partially full liquid load or sway in a livestock load nearly double the estimate for compliance effects. This video clip is for a winding section near the Bear Ranch rest area. The 3-color alert sequence is displayed along with recommended safe speed. The recommended safe speed is calculated by applying a safety factor to the tip-over threshold speed. The amount of that safety factor is determined by the client safety manager. The overturning force acting on a trailer varies as the square of the speed of the vehicle. We can use that to our advantage since a reduction of 30% below the tip-over threshold speed results in a 50% reduction in overturning force. Thus, if a driver will adhere to the recommended safe speeds provided by RotoWare, the truck will have ample margins for quick steering inputs to avoid a road hazard. The final video clip is for the left-hand curve at the exit from the Hanging Lake Tunnel. The alert appears slightly later than desired because both devices lost GPS connection while in the tunnel. This problem will be resolved in a future release of our software. Glenwood Canyon and the Virgin River Gorge are the two sections of I-70 between Denver and Los Angeles that have long, winding stretches with tight radius curves. Drivers need to manage their speeds carefully in these segments, with particular regard to the type and height of the load on the trailer. If you are pulling a fully loaded dry van, the safe speeds for the curves in Glenwood Canyon vary from 26 miles per hour to 35 miles per hour. If you have a livestock load, you must go slower. Whereas a flatbed trailer with a low CFG load like rebar can make the curve safely at 36 to 50 miles per hour. A CDOT investigation of all crashes in Glenwood Canyon during 2021 and 2022 identified the primary cause as speeding for both commercial vehicles and passenger vehicles. What is the time differential to do the drive safely? At 50 miles per hour, it takes 16 minutes to drive the entire length. At 32 miles per hour, it takes 26 minutes. Isn't it worth an extra 10 minutes to ensure that you do not roll your truck or lose control on a curve? A final caution. All drivers are taught to slow down before they enter a curve. It is doubly important for a long articulated vehicle because the braking vectors will be misaligned if the driver waits until the tractor is in the curve before applying the brakes. Then a hard brake application adds to the instability of the vehicle, as illustrated in this case. Thanks for your time, and be safe on the roads.